Welcome to our next class. Today we have to discuss about heating effect of electric current. In the previous class, we have to be discussed about what is the energy transformation in each electrical devices and what is the effect of electric current. We have to discuss about what is the effect of electric current and also what is the energy change occurs in some devices that are working based on the electricity. Electricity need to work some devices and that electricity or electric energy is converting to another form of energy that we want to use and we use that device. Okay, in that case we are discussing about some effects like heating effect, lightning effect, mechanical effect, such type of form of effects. Okay, and in that case, the energy changes are electrical energy is converting to another form, light form or sound form, mechanical form, and etc. Okay, now today we have to discuss about the heating effect of electrical energy. What is heating effect of electrical energy? For this, we have an experiment using a nichrome wire. This is the circuit diagram of the experiment using nichrome wire. And this portion is the connected nichrome wire, and in the circuit diagram we have to consider the nichrome wire as the resistor. So we have to mark in that nichrome wire as resistor in the circuit diagram, and we want a battery to work in this circuit. This battery is using to give potential energy to this circuit, and we have a switch to this circuit for switch on in this circuit. Okay, when we switch on this circuit, a charge is flowing through this circuit. Each and every point of the circuit. Okay, and the energy is moving from one point to another point, and it is moved through the resistor also. And this electrical energy is moving through this circuit. When the time passes, the nichrome wire is come to more hot, and the time is increasing, and the passing electricity is more to the nichrome wire, and the nichrome wire is more and more hotter, and it comes to red. First of all, it becomes heated, and more electricity is passing through this circuit. That nichrome wire is come to more heated, and it at last it becomes to red hotter nichrome wire. Okay, in this image or in this circuit, here is the nichrome wire, and the nichrome wire is come to more hotter. Okay, and now we want to see that the electrical energy is converted into more hotter energy, that is heat energy. So the electrical change is in this circuit showing the electrical energy. Electrical energy is converted to heat energy. Electrical energy is converted to heat energy. Here the voltage, here the potential difference is acting to this circuit, and that energy, that charge from this battery is flowing through one point to the other point of this circuit, and the flowing of this charge make the electricity, and that electricity is then passing through this circuit. And after passing the electricity through this circuit, that electricity is always passing through the nichrome wire also. When the electricity is more and more passing through the nichrome wire is getting to more heated. That is, the electrical energy is here converting to heat energy. Okay, and in this experiment we have to measure the electrical current producing here and the voltage applied here using two types of devices that we can see through our slides. We have to measure the voltage across the resistor R using a voltmeter V. Current through it is measured using an ammeter. So here we insert two of instruments in our circuit. That first one is voltmeter and the next one is ammeter. Voltmeter is using to measure the voltage across the resistor R, the nichrome wire, and ammeter is used to measuring the current flowing through the resistor. These two readings are measuring using the voltmeter and ammeter, and this voltmeter and ammeter is connected to the two ends of the resistor. Voltmeter is connected to the two ends of resistor, that is X and Y, and the ammeter is connected in the another end, and we can to measure that it is used to measure the current reading through ammeter. I will show this picture. That is, the voltmeter is connected in the two endpoints X, Y, and it is connected to that points, and the ammeter also connected to this diagram. And from this we have to derive the current passing through this circuit. For this, here is a voltage, and this here is a battery, and this battery is giving a charge through this circuit when switch on this, okay, and the charge passing the battery is taken as Q. Here the charge passing through the circuit is taken as Q, and here is a current producing. That current is taken as I, and here is the charge is flowing through this circuit in a precise time, and that time is taken as T. That is, we have to see through our slides. Current flowing through this resistor is taken as I. Charge flowing through the resistor is taken as Q, and time taken to flowing the charge to the resistor is taken as T. So the current is producing here is I is equal to Q by T. The current producing is I is equal to Q by T. That is, when the charge is flowing through the circuit, the charge is flowing through one point to the other point of the circuit, and the flowing of that charge makes the electric current. That electric current is I, and the flowing charge is taken as Q, and the time to flowing the charge is taken as T. And from these three nominations we got the equation here. The current flowing through this circuit is I is equal to Q by T, and from this we have to derive another expression for Q, that is Q is equal to IT. That is, Q is the product of the current producing here and the time of charge flowing through the circuit. Okay. Now we got two equations. I is equal to Q by T and Q is equal to IT. First one is mentioning the current producing here, and the Q is the charge that flowing through the circuit. The charge is flowing to one point to another point of this circuit, and that flowing of charge makes the electricity, and that electric current is here I, and it is denoted as I is equal to Q by T, and T is the time taken to flowing the charge through the circuit. Now we have our slide. Now we have the current and charge. Now we have the current and charge in our equation of current and charge in the, and we want an equation of work done. What is the work done here? Here the work done is a charge Q is flowing one point to another point of this circuit. There is a work needed. That is, if a charge is flowing from one point to the another point of this circuit, there is a work need to moving this charge from one point to the another point. So here is a work done also. Here is a charge, current, time, and a work done is also here. Then we want an equation of work done. Here the work done is taken as 1 joule, 1 joule. That time the work done as considered as W is equal to 1 joule when the charge of the circuit is taken as V, then W is equal to V joule. Here the charge is taken as 1 and when the charge is taken as 1, the work done is here is V joule. And when we take the charge is Q, the work done is W is equal to QV. That is, W or work done is the product of the charge producing here and the current. When the work done is 1 V joule, that is here the W is equal to 1 V joule, that is here the work done is V joule. When here we are taken that the charge is here is 1, and in the next case we have to take the charge is Q. First case we have to take the charge is 1, so W is equal to 1 V joule, and in the next case we have to take the charge is Q and W is equal to QV. Okay, now we got that W or the work done is the product of the charge and potential in this circuit. In the next slide, now we have W is equal to QV is the work done. Okay, and here the battery have a power. The battery have a power that using in this circuit. The power of the battery is P is equal to W by T. The power of the battery is P is equal to W by T. That is, every battery has a power. In this battery using this circuit have P is the power and time is the power or that power supplying to the circuit. The time taken to supplying the power to the circuit is the time T here taken, and W is the work done. So we got the equation for power the battery that using in the circuit is P is equal to W by T. And in the next slide, now we got three different equations that are I is equal to Q by T, W is equal to QV, and P is equal to W by T. That is, I is equal to Q by T is the produced current here, W is equal to QV is the work done here, and P is equal to W by T is the power of the battery. When we apply the W from the second equation that into the third equation, P is equal to W by T. Now we got P is equal to V into Q by T. That is, V into Q or QV is the equation of W. For substituting W in the case of power, P is equal to W by T. We got that P is equal to V into Q by T. And again first equation to this. I is equal to Q by T is the first equation, and that is current. That is the quotient in the power. P is equal to V into Q by T. So here Q by T is the current producing here. Again we giving the current through the power equation. We got another equation, that is P is equal to VI. That is, we have three main equations. I is equal to Q by T, W is equal to QV, and P is equal to W by T. And from these three equations, we have to put the second equation to the third equation. We got P is equal to V into Q by T. And again, the V into Q by T equation, we substituting the Q by T instead, I instead of Q by T. So we got the another equation, P is equal to VI. Okay. In the next slide, we have to see that P is equal to V by T. P is equal to V by T is the, now VIT is the our equation now. And energy supplied through the circuit is T seconds. Energy supplied through this circuit is T seconds. Here we applying the charge, power, and also here is an energy. For getting this equation, we have to multiply the both side of the equation with T seconds. So we got P into T is equal to VIT. So the new equation is P into T is equal to VIT. This equation got from the energy is here in this circuit, and that passing through this circuit is taken as also T. So multiplying both sides of this equation with the time. So we got P into T is equal to VIT. And here we know that here the electrical energy is converting to heat energy. That is, the electricity is converting to heat energy. That become the nichrome wire is come to more heated, more hotter. So here the energy change is electrical energy from heat energy. So the power or the power energy, power PT is, now we have the in the form of energy that is multiplying with the time. So PT is taken as the energy here, and that electrical energy is converting the heat energy. So we use the H to denoting PT. So H is equal to VIT. What is the use of H in his H is here that P into T is the energy form, and we put the electrical energy converted to heat energy. So PT is converted to H. Electrical energy is converted to heat energy. So we got H is equal to VIT. Now we got that the equation in the form of heat energy. First of all, the equation in the form of electrical current or electrical energy, and now we got the energy in the form of heat energy. So H is equal to VIT. And according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR is an equation. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. In this case, V is the potential difference and I the current and R is the resistor. So in the case of Ohm's law, or defining Ohm's law, is the voltage across the voltage or the potential difference across a circuit is the product of the current passing through it and the resistance in that circuit. So V is equal to IR. We put in this equation to the equation of heat energy, that is H is equal to VIT. So we got H is equal to IR into IT. Okay. We put in the substitution of V is equal to IR in that equation. So we got H is equal to IR into IT. Now we got another equation, that is H is equal to I square RT. Okay. Now we got the equation H is equal to I square RT, that here the H is the electrical energy conversion to heat energy. So H is the energy here, I is the current here, and here the term I is I square. So the square of the current, and R is the resistance here, and T is the time taken here. So we got the equation of heat energy to I square RT. Next slide. And we understand that here the electrical energy is converting to heat energy, and in this circuit nichrome wire is alone become red because some factors influencing the heat developed when a current passes through it. That passing current and the electrical energy is converting to heat energy, that is known as the Joule heating. The factors are current I and the resistance R of the conductor and the time of flow of the current. That is, in this circuit we have to see that only the nichrome wire is come to more hotter because the electricity is passing through the nichrome wire and the nichrome wire is the conductor here. So the nichrome wire is only heated and it comes to more red. And what is the factors that affecting the nichrome wire's heating? The factors that influencing is here that current, resistance and time. When the time is increasing to the electricity is passing through that circuit. When the time is increasing, our nichrome wire is more hotter. When the current is increasing, that same time the nichrome wire is more hotter, and the resistance is increasing. The same time the nichrome wire is more hotter. So based on the resistance, current and time, the nichrome wire is come to more hotter. So from this we have a conclusion, that is we can see through the next slide. Now we have to discuss that the nichrome wire is more hotter when electricity is passing through that circuit, and the nichrome wire's heating is based on the three factors, that is current, resistance and the time taken to flowing the charge or current through the circuit. And both of the three relations or three factors, we have a law, that is Joule's law. Joule's law is defined as the heat generated in a current carrying conductor is directly proportional to the product of the square of the current in the conductor, the resistance of the conductor and the time of flow of current. That is, in a circuit, here we are passing electricity through that circuit containing a conductor. When the electricity is passing through that conductor, according to the nichrome wire, it becomes to more hotter. That the energy conversion here is electrical energy to heat energy, and that energy conversion is depends. That energy conversion or the current is depends three factors. The one is the current flowing through that conductor, the resistance of the conductor and the time of flow of current. And this is the relation of these three with that conductor is known as Joule's law, and H is equal to I square RT. That is, the heating energy produced here is proportional or that is equal to the square of the current and the resistance and the time to flowing the current through that conductor. Okay. Now just end the slides. Now we are to conclude that Joule's law is based on the electricity that passing through the circuit and the relation between the current, the resistance and the time flowing through the circuit. So Joule's law saying what? The heat energy here is the product of square of current passing through the circuit and the resistance of the circuit and the time taken to flowing the current through that circuit. So here the nichrome wire containing circuit, we have to first of all we have to discuss about the nichrome wire connecting circuit, and then we have to use the voltmeter and ammeter to measure the voltage and current through the circuit, and we got 3 or 4 equations, that is current, work done, energy and charge, and from all of these we have to attain Joule's law, and Joule's law is defined as the relation between the heating energy or heating effect of electricity and the factors that influencing heating effect of electricity, that is the current, the resistance of the circuit, and the time that flowing through the time that taken to flowing the current through that circuit. Okay, I think all of you understand about the Joule's law and what defining the Joule's law.